Okay, let's talk about the new Journeys expansion of Transport 2. Okay, so the expansion is out about, I don't know, about a month or two already, and my problems are, okay, aside from personal opinion, but I don't really care about the SD40, at least like the SD40 -0. Actually, okay, better. And I really just do not care about the S19 or the S23 or whatever it's called. And by that extension, it's 11 euros for a repaint of the exact same models, but not in a different consist. What they could okay, that's here. What they could have done is, instead of only just repainting it and really only just giving it new paint, they could have also changed the actual consist, and basically would have just taken the trailer, the power cars, and just the trailers and stuff in between them, and it would have been fine. And you basically had a separate timetable for it, and this would have worked because I saw several different scenarios on the mod hub or the on the what's it called? I don't recall the name currently, but there are multiple mods out there where there's only one singular carriage of multiple units, and that shows that the devs themselves can or could rearrange the trains. First of all, they made this, so they must have, somehow daisy chain coded them together. So it wouldn't have been that much of a hassle. It would have been, well, it would have costed some thing, but I'm sure it is doable. And they could have done it. And basically, having only a repaint and something that I can probably recreate myself, being not very experienced, seems a bit like a ripoff. Now, of course, there is the SC40-0 in it, and 3 scenarios. Each repaint, and I guess also rail tour. However, I don't care that much about having an SD40-0 repeating, and that's not very great. And also, yeah, we know it is. I just absolutely don't care about the S-Born, which probably is the the exact other way around, with many people from I think the US and I think also Britain just really being interested in them, but I really don't care about them. Another thing is that is is also that now being kind of late, but I think they could have just ripped the Voyager model train thing what they had from Train Sum 20 XX and just placed there. I mean, yeah, it would have looked a bit odd, but you wouldn't have to like stare at it because it would go somewhat at line speed. And I wouldn't have cared for the Watford DC lines if there maybe was like 1 or 2 trains. I know that these would be, separate companies, more things and all, and yeah, only 30 in this, but I mean, yeah, I think getting TFL involved is already probably expensive enough. That's probably a good reason why they do cost around 15 euros. I mean, they are pretty frequently on sale, but yeah, getting companies, train operating companies on like cross country or TFL is already difficult enough. But you could have still had TFL with the like 313 or the 315 as like 1 or 2 services, like every hour, and just somewhat represented that. But again, there's like the things that are there that are sometimes a bit difficult. Okay. So the Harrow and Wheelstone Senator signing is a prime example. I think that they. No, that's fine. That's fine. I think that it's okay to not have as much detail there, as it isn't necessarily or very necessary to the gameplay. Stuff like the vegetation. However, having these structures there is. So yeah, it's kind of that. And on top of that, just kind of the whole thing with having I would just exit. Also, yeah, PS4 best. Okay, so like having only minimal track vegetation, electrocuted, and like barely anything is fine, because it doesn't necessarily add or really subtract from the gameplay experience. However, having say just no third rail protection, or visual protection at, like, say, the London Road Depot or Gillingham carriage sidings, or Depot, whatever it's actually called, is pretty bad, or not having a catwalk there, because you would use that. Okay, so yeah, it's kind of that. Also, anyone who's actually a driver who might be seeing this, is the DRA used that frequently? So yeah, here's kind of that. AWS normal, isolated, so there you go, reverse off. Okay, so yeah, I'm just, okay. And another thing, again, just going on, is that the doors aren't locked on this route. I noticed this on the Javelin, V95, the 375, and the, I think it was, the 4659/9. I think, I don't know which models they were, but with those, that different to the Thames turbos, the V166, is that the cab doors didn't close, and I think, no, the cab doors didn't close, but they still had rollback protection against the passenger doors. So yeah, that's a bit odd. Anyways, thank you for watching. I'm just gonna... And dead again.